The empty seat. Daniel got on the bus at 8:15. The bus was already busy. People stood near the door. A man held a coffee cup in one hand and his phone in the other. A woman tried to read a book, but the bus moved too much. Daniel looked down the bus. There were no seats near the front. He moved slowly between the people. His work bag touched someone's coat. "Sorry," he said. "It's okay," the man said. Daniel looked again. Then he saw it. One empty seat. It was near the middle of the bus, next to the window. Daniel stopped for a second. The bus was full, but that seat was empty. A woman stood near it. A student stood near it too. They did not sit down. Daniel thought this was strange. Maybe someone was saving it. Maybe the seat was wet. He looked at the seat. It looked clean. The bus stopped at a red light. Daniel walked to the seat. "Is anyone sitting here?" he asked. The woman near the seat looked at him. "No," she said. Daniel sat down. At first he felt lucky. He put his bag on his knees and took a breath. He did not like standing on a busy bus. Now he could sit for 20 minutes and rest before work. Then he felt something cold on his neck. Daniel turned his head. The window was open a little. Not a lot. Just a small space at the top. Cold air came through it. Daniel pulled his coat closer. He tried to close the window. It moved a little, then stopped. He tried again. Nothing. The woman near the seat looked down at him. "That window does not close," she said. Daniel looked at her. "Oh," he said. She smiled a little. "That is why the seat was empty." Daniel looked at the window again. Now he understood. The bus started moving. Cold air came in again and touched his face. Daniel sat straight and tried not to care. It was only cold air. He could sit with cold air. That was better than standing. For 3 minutes, it was fine. Then the bus turned onto a wide road. The air came in faster. Daniel moved his head away from the window. A paper in his bag moved. He pushed it down with his hand. The student standing near him looked at the window, then looked at Daniel. "Cold?" the student asked. "A little," Daniel said. The student smiled, but not in a bad way. Daniel smiled too. The bus stopped again. More people got on. Now the bus was even fuller. A man stood next to Daniel's seat. He looked tired. He looked at the small space near Daniel's feet, then at the window. "Bad seat?" the man asked. Daniel looked at the window. "Not bad," he said. "Just cold." The man smiled. Daniel put one hand into his work bag. He wanted his gloves, but he did not find them. He found a banana, a notebook, and an old scarf. He pulled out the scarf. It was grey and soft. He forgot it was there. It was old, and he did not use it much. Daniel looked at the window. Then he folded the scarf and pushed it carefully into the small open space. Less cold air came in. Daniel waited. The scarf stayed there. The woman near him looked down. "That works," she said. Daniel nodded. "For now," he said. The bus moved again. This time the air did not hit his face. The seat was still cold, but it was better. Daniel opened his bag and took out a small book. He read the same page twice because the bus was noisy, but he did not mind. After a few stops, the woman near him got off. The student got off too. The bus was not as full now. Daniel looked out of the window. Shops passed slowly. A dog stood outside a bakery with its owner. A man in a dark coat ran across the road with no umbrella. The morning was grey, but not too bad. At the next stop, an older woman got on the bus. She held the pole with one hand and a shopping bag with the other. Daniel stood up. "Would you like to sit?" he asked. The woman looked at the seat, then she looked at the scarf in the window. "Is this the cold seat?" she asked. Daniel smiled. "Yes," he said, "but it is better now." The woman sat down carefully. "Thank you," she said. Daniel stood near the seat and held the pole. Until his stop, he watched the scarf. It stayed in the window. When Daniel's stop came, he picked up his bag. The older woman looked up. "Your scarf," she said. Daniel looked at the window. He almost forgot it. "Oh, thank you." He pulled the scarf out. Cold air came in again. The woman pulled her coat closer. Daniel looked at the open space in the window. Then he looked at the scarf in his hand. "You can keep it there until your stop," he said. The woman looked surprised. "Are you sure?" "Yes," Daniel said. "It is an old scarf. I do not use it much." He pushed the scarf back into the window. Less cold air came in again. The doors opened. Daniel stepped off the bus. Outside, the street was cold too. He put his hands in his coat pockets and started walking to work. Behind him, the bus moved away. Through the window, he could see the older woman sitting in the seat. The grey scarf was still in the small open space. Then the bus turned the corner.